In the empathy step, the goal is to get the best possible sense of the kid's concern or perspective on the unsolved problem that you're working on. The problem is that kids aren't always exactly clear about what their concerns are. It's not always so easy for them to figure it out. They may never have been asked before, so it may not be at the tip of their tongue. So you may have to do some drilling for information. Drilling is the hardest part of the empathy step. This is where the adult is trying to clarify the kid's concern and extract as much information as possible so that the adult has the clearest possible sense of the kid's concern or perspective. So what you're about to watch is an example of drilling for information. This is an assistant principal and an 8th grader. Let's see what drilling looks like.
Well, I've heard from some of your teachers that you haven't been getting your work done in class.
This is about Mr. Hardwick, isn't it? I hate him.
Well, yes, he is one of the ones that I've heard from.
I hate that guy, and I hate his math class.
Well, that's what this is about. Why do you hate his class?
I don't get it, and he's always telling me I should get it, so he won't help me. So I just sit there and do nothing, and then he gets on my case for that.
So he gets on your case for sitting there and doing nothing?
Yeah, what am I supposed to do? I don't get it, so I just sit there.
Well, he tells me that he doesn't think you try very hard.
That's not true. I am trying hard. I don't get it.
So you just sit there for the whole class?
Well, eventually I get bored and just start talking to people.
And then what happens?
He tells me if I'm not going to do any work, then I at least should be quiet.
And then?
I tell him I'd be quiet if he'd do his job.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, then he says I'm being disrespectful and sends me to you.
That's not good.
Oh, I don't mind getting sent to you. I'm used to it. It's better than sitting in that class.
When I said that's not good, I mean it's not a good situation that you're sitting in the class not getting the help that you feel that you need. And we can't have you talking to Mr. Hardwick like that.
He acts just like my mother.
What do you mean?
She's always on my case too. Yells at me all the time.
Your mom's always at your case? I didn't know she was yelling at you all the time.
Non-stop. That's why I'm in a bad mood a lot when I get to school.
Well, I didn't know you were in a bad mood when you get to school. What's your mom on your case about?
School, mostly. And the kids I hang out with. That's another reason I can't get any work done. I'm too pissed off. Mad to do it.
So you're upset when you get to school because your mom's on your case all the time?
I get really mad if people get on my case.
Who do you have for first period?
Mrs. Corcoran, English.
And do you get in trouble in her class a lot too?
Yep. Not as much as with Hardwick, though. And not because she won't help me. I don't need her help. I just don't like her getting on my case when I'm in a bad mood.
And it's when you're in a bad mood that she gets on your case for not doing your work?
Uh-huh.
Well, what do you say to her when she gets on your case?
I tell her to get off my case and leave me alone.
Uh-oh. I think I know what happens next.
Yeah, she writes me up or sends me to you.
I think I get the picture. So there's 2 classes that we need to think about, math and English.
Yeah, but I don't know why we're even talking about Mr. Hardwick's class. That's hopeless.
Well, I don't know about that. I think the main problem with Mr. Hardwick's class is that he's not giving you the help that you feel that you need. Is that true?
I guess.
Well, is there any more to it than that?
I don't think so. I think he's a loser, but if he would give me the help I need, I probably wouldn't think that.
Sounds to me like your main problem with English is you get to school and you're in a bad mood. It's hard for you to get your work done, and Miss Corcoran gets on your case. Is there any other problem you're having in that class?
I don't think so. Sometimes she makes me sit with kids I don't like, but that's not the biggest problem.
Here's the thing. It sounds like we have to come up with a solution and get you the help that you need for that math class. And we've also have to come up with a solution for what we'll do if you come to school and you're in a bad mood. But I think we're going to need Mr. Hardwick and Miss Cochran to help us solve this problem.
Help us? All they do is write me up or throw me out.
Well, I know that's what they've done in the past, but that hasn't solved our problem. So we'll have to come up with a new solution together.
They don't have any other solutions.
I can certainly understand you feeling that way, and maybe you're right. But I need to gather a little more information from them, and then we can all meet together. These sound like solvable problems to me, and the reason you keep getting in trouble is because they haven't been solved yet. What do you think?
I think it's not going to help.
I know. But we've got to think of a solution that will work for you and for them. And we can't do it without you, and we can't do it without them. What do you say?
It's going to be weird.
I know. But I'm going to fill them in a little bit before the meeting about some of your concerns. And then I'm going to hear a little bit about theirs as well. So we'll mostly need your help with coming up with solutions.
What if I can't think of any?
That's okay. We'll all work together on this. And I promise you we will not agree to anything that you do not okay first. Sounds good?
I guess so.
All right. I'll see what we can arrange.
That was drilling. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, but that problem isn't solved yet, you're absolutely right. But we do have a much better sense of what the kid's concern or perspective is on the problems that are reliably and predictably precipitating her challenging behavior and getting her into trouble day after day after day. Without that understanding, we can't possibly solve those problems. Notice the adult wasn't agreeing with what the kid was saying. The assistant principal was empathizing, doing a lot of reflective listening. She was keeping the kid talking so that we finally, at long last, have an understanding of what's been getting in the kid's way. The assistant principal did an amazing job of setting the stage for the next phase of collaborative problem solving, getting the adult concern or perspective on the table, and then working together to brainstorm solutions that are going to work for both parties so that these problems are finally solved and so that this student isn't getting in trouble anymore.